Hello YouTubers, and today we've got 3 genuine examples of possible time travellers. We've got genuine film from the 1920s, 1930s and 1990s that appear to show people who have travelled back to those times but been caught on camera. Okay, right, so this probably doesn't mean very much to you at home, but for anyone watching after the year 3215, they're now thinking, oh my god, that was over 100 years before the mystic moose and the propagandering goose was ever written. And yet he's got a jolly ginny. He must have travelled back in time. Roll credits. Do hang around, as the final clip, the 4th clip in this video, will blow you away. And Jolly Ginny just said that she's travelled back in time to let you know that you should have subscribed to this channel. So if you haven't, your future self is realised that's a big mistake. So she's saying you should subscribe, hit the notification bell, smash the like button, and maybe leave a comment about that. Is that right? Yes, okay. Okay, this first clip was from 1928 and it's from a Charlie Chaplin premiere for the circus. And you see this lady now walking along, talking on a mobile phone. This is 1928. 1928 people, so she must have been on like 1G here. Do you think she's talking on a mobile phone? If you're watching this video in the 1920s, can you let us know in the comments below, what's the name of this lady? The real puzzle here is not whether she's on a mobile phone in the 1920s, but is it an Android or an iPhone? And yes, this is a genuine, unadulterated film. Now, a lot of people think this is proof of time travel, but then again, a lot of people are idiots. I just want to remind you of the wise words of Buster Keaton when he said, people are stupid and they shouldn't believe everything they see on the internet. Now, the first important point here is that this is not from an actual Charlie Chaplin film. No, it's from footage of a premiere, a big opening of a film, The Circus. And that's important because that means that this lady is not an actor. She likely doesn't want to be filmed. And there's something that no one else has ever mentioned before about this footage, and that's that there would have been a lot of fanfare, a lot of music, a lot of noise. This was a big premiere back in the 20s. Charlie Chaplin was the biggest star of Hollywood. I don't know if you guys are like me, but you're sat on the tube or the subway. Sometimes you get a small band of musicians walking along the tube playing music, and one of them will have a trumpet and it'll have no muffler and it'll be pointing it towards you and it'll be deafeningly loud and it'll be kind of out of time, out of tune. I mean, they're not professional musicians. You may well have gone like this yourself. Oh my god, because it's painful. Oh my god. And you may well have muttered to yourself, oh my god, I hate these people. Oh my god, stop, you guys are awful. Much like the reaction this lady has made, maybe the noise is too loud for her. Now, if it was a cell phone, how would it have worked with no cell phone towers? Also, what she's holding up doesn't look like a mobile phone. It's most likely part of her clothing, maybe her coat, as she didn't want to be on film. The person behind the camera could have been talking to her, or she could be saying, I haven't got my wooden teeth in today, please don't film me. It was the 1920s. Anyway, I slowed the video down myself. To see if I could lip read what she's actually saying. And it was quite hard to make out, and I had to do it frame by frame, but it took me hours. And at the end of studying the video, I think I've worked out what she's saying. What she's actually saying is, I'm from the future. I've gone back in time to save mankind by telling everyone watching this that Jolly Ginny was correct. You should subscribe to the original MCW YouTube channel right now. Maybe the 1928 Charlie Chaplin lady was actually on the phone to this lady from 1938 coming out of a factory. There. Now that's proof of time travel. Well, except they're all smiling for the camera. So it's just as likely that what she's holding is actually maybe her makeup, or maybe it's just her way of being cute for the camera, kind of like holding the side of her face, because in those days people maybe were not quite so used to having cameras everywhere. So if it's not her makeup, it could have been a packet of cigarettes, or it could have been glasses in a case, or her purse that she held up being a little bit shy of the camera. The most likely thing this is, and it's the same as the lady from the Charlie Chaplin film, is this is most likely a 1924 Siemens compact hearing aid that she's holding up. And, you know, from my experience, I would say that's probably what it is. And I've had a lot of experience of looking at video footage of women with Siemens on their face. And here is a clip from the 1995 Tyson versus McNeely fight. And if you look there ringside, there's someone with a smartphone. WTF. Now that is categorical proof of time travel. Except it's not. I mean, it's actually a fairly simple answer. It's actually a Fuji Simple High 8 hand camera that was released in 1993. So the only time traveller in this video is Tyson's opponent, McNeely, who got knocked into the next week. And now we're moving into our final clip, and again, these have all been genuine clips, and this is a clip that predates all of the others. It's from 1922, and it's from British Pathé, and it is of the world's first mobile phone. The crystal radio and the antennae umbrella, along with the term wireless telephone, were widely known by the 1920s. It's kind of what we would now refer to as a radio. What she holds to her ear is a small speaker. The woman playing the record with the microphone, she was in effect a DJ. The umbrella lady is not able to communicate back to the DJ, a bit like when you shout at your television, the person at the other end of the TV broadcast probably can't hear you. Crystal radios don't need a power source, as they get their power from a long antennae, and you can see adverts for this umbrella antennae all over the place in newspapers from around 1910. It wasn't until a few years after this video that the term radio became the correct term and telephone was dropped, though the word wireless still to this day kind of refers to radio. Now, I would have loved for these clips to have been real or still have an area of mystique about them, I'm not sure, but unfortunately it is better to be well informed than happy. So that's it. Thanks very much for watching. If you did enjoy it and you want to see more videos, subscribe, hit the notification bell, smash the like button, all the usual jazz. We have between 1 and 3 videos dropping a week. We've got loads more comedy and wonder videos dropping soon. So thanks again, and do take care, my little YouTube eyes.
If Newton can discover gravity and Shakespeare write King Lear, I could get myself a master's degree, but I'd rather kick back and have another beer. I could learn a new language, I could start a business, I'd be